All in all, you guys really have to be comfortable with the fact that you're going to need to get uncomfortable. And that might sound a little bit cliche, but essentially the concept around what got you to where you are is not going to get you to where you want to go could not be any more true. The reality is change is uncomfortable, and with change comes resistance, and that's a human trait, so don't feel alienated by that. However, I will say if your vision and your mission and your goal is clear enough and you believe in it hard enough, then you should be able to break through that mindset of the uncomfortable factors that come with it. Absolutely. Well, hello, Sidechain listeners and viewers. Welcome to the final episode of 2025. Tell me, where did that year go? I have no idea. It literally just dissolved in front of certainly me, and I know a lot of you out there. Regardless, this episode, I'm just going to go through a few of the key highlights, and then I'm going to talk about some of the biggest lessons that I've learned and seen with being in the trenches, especially in relation to marketing and sales that we experience with clients of ours over at our digital marketing agency, tradiewebguys. So first of all, thank you everybody for your support. We're almost at 500 episodes now. And when I kicked this off back in 2016, I truthfully had no idea that going on 10 years later, this would be one of the world's leading trade business podcasts. So I thank you all for your support and sharing your earbuds with me over the years, and I suppose more recently following the YouTube channels and so on and so forth. And if you're not actually following those channels, I might take this opportunity to please ask you, as a gesture of good faith, if you would mind subscribing to the YouTube and even the Tradie Web Guys YouTube channels. We've got a lot of amazing content going out on there and a huge plan to grow that next year, and we would love for you to be a part of it, and more importantly, help us influence the content that we do create, because we do value your opinion. And thank you so much to all of you guys that do send messages in and request certain topics or have feedback on certain things. Like, we really do appreciate that. And if there's anything there that you guys would like to hear more of or a different spin on, I am all ears. So please don't be afraid to hit us up. You can do that over at thesiteshed.com, or anywhere you see our comments or posts come through in socials, or even if you're on our email list and you receive the emails for the episodes, just let us know what you want to hear more of. Let us know what's working, what isn't working. And I just want to say thank you. I appreciate all of you guys so much for all of your support and following. And it's amazing. Like, if for whatever reason we even miss a week, which we haven't done in a long time, I would just get these emails saying, is everything okay? Are you? So thank you so much. So what's going to be happening in 2026? Again, before I jump into some of the deep insights from 2025, looking forward in 2026, we're really going to take more, and again, this is based on feedback from you guys. We're going to take a bit more of an active approach into agency insights and educating you guys about, well, essentially the stuff that we do. We do get a lot of guests come on the show, as you guys know, that talk about various things relative to running a trade business. However, I do want to do a bit more teaching myself. We've got some amazing programs in place that are getting amazing results for clients. And I really want you guys to, if nothing else, at least gain some perspective as to what is possible, for your trade business. And again, it's kind of coming from within the trenches. This isn't a case of like me just regurgitating things that I've read in books. It's stuff that we're actually doing and things we're actually seeing working. So I'm really looking forward to sharing some of those concepts and insights with you guys. Coming with that, we're going to be expanding the academy. So we have a lot of content and things like that are living in the academy, and we're going to be opening that right up and starting to promote that more next year. Basically, that's just a tool where you guys can go and get access to resources, pretty much. There's lots of trainings in there already. There's lots of resources and so on and so forth. So we're really going to double down on that. You're going to see a lot more working towards things that we have done in the past and sort of fell over on, largely like the events we're running. I know a few of you guys message me very regularly about when's the next ski workshop, when's the next surf workshop. And so we're going to get back to doing a lot of those. For you guys that don't know about that, for years, since 2016, actually, we ran the first one. I've been running a ski and learn workshop in a snow destination, which started in New Zealand, and more recently it's been over in Japan. I will be doing that for sure at the beginning of 2027. So not this winter coming, but the one after. That said, I am going to Japan in 2026 to do a reconnaissance on the location. So that's how serious I am. The Surf and Learn as well. We will be doing those and more of them. I would just say essentially what we do with that program is we take a group of you guys over onto a boat, normally in the Maldives, and we live aboard the boat for 10 nights. And we just surf the most amazing breaks in the world, and it's pretty awesome. And of course, with both of them, we run business workshops as well. So the general concept is, with a bit of creative accounting there, that you can speak to your advisors, if need be, about making it a business expense. I'm not allowed to say it's completely tax deductible because that would be wrong, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, if you want to hear more about Ski and Learn and more about Surf and Learn, please, again, reach out to me and let me know, because if you don't tell me, I don't know. And inevitably what happens with all of these events, whenever I run them, we typically give people that have been on them previously first access to the one that's up and coming, and they typically sell out before we even get a chance to promote them. So again, if you guys are keen on that, tax deductible ski and surf trips to some amazing locations around the world, holler and I will make it happen. And at scale if need be. There is some information actually on those events at thesiteshed.com/events. You can go check them out. There's some events that we run in the past there just to give you an idea. But yeah, we definitely want to be doing some more of those looking forward. So now what I want to do is talk to you guys a little bit about some of the things that I've seen, you know, for better or worse, working in 2025 in relation to the clients that we're working with at tradiewebguys hitting their, you know, their objectives and their goals. Now, the first thing essentially is strategy. And, you know, for years I've been talking about this, and I'm sure most of you guys are familiar, you know, with this whole concept of like creating a strategy and setting a game plan. The bottom line is, without that, you really don't know what the goalposts are. And essentially you're just shooting in the dark. So we have a very firm, in place, amazing first step of our process. Whenever we work with any clients, we call it our impact roadmap. And we basically sit down and we design a marketing strategy for the businesses that we're working with. And the reason that we do it, again, is to make sure that everyone is on the same page. It's extremely important that we have that clarity around what the objectives are and what we're working towards. And that once we have that in place, it really does make it quite easy to go out there and, you know, put the milestones in position to be striving towards those bigger objectives. So the reason I bring this up is because I really would love to hear more about you guys within your strategies and within your, you know, you're taking the time to actually sit down and think about these things. The second thing is the system. Now, actively encourage you guys, don't even consider for a second spending money with any sort of marketing until you have a system in place. And the reason for that may or may not be obvious, but basically what you'll inevitably end up doing is pouring money into a bucket that just is full of holes. Now, a solid system is something that will enable you to maximize your spend and maximize the lifetime value of not just your clients, but certainly the leads that are coming into your business, because we need to consider things like sales cycle. Now, again, some of these things are not obvious. And full disclosure, if you've come out of that whole world of, you know, referrals and word of mouth, then a lot of this stuff will be very foreign to you. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. The next part of the thing that you guys really need to consider, and again, this is really in alignment, not with perhaps the initial strategy, but certainly the strategy as it evolves, is scale. And the things that you need to consider are nearly always in relation to how am I going to deliver more work to more people with the amount of leads and client, more jobs that we're closing. And this is pretty consistent across the board that we see with businesses we work with. As soon as we deploy this system into the business, one of the first constraints they inevitably have is with fulfillment. And so these are things you have to crystal ball, and you've got to be sort of ahead of the game in the sense of, well, when we get to this stage, we're going to need a new insert team member here, so on and so forth. All in all, you guys really have to be comfortable with the fact that you're going to need to get uncomfortable. And that might sound a little bit cliche, but essentially the concept around what got you to where you are is not going to get you to where you want to go could not be any more true. The reality is change is uncomfortable, and with change comes resistance. And that's a human trait. So don't feel alienated by that. However, I will say, if your vision and your mission and your goal is clear enough and you believe in it hard enough, then you should be able to break through that mindset of the uncomfortable factors that come with it. Absolutely. The other thing that you need to get comfortable with is the fact that you need to spend the money to get the outcome. And what I mean by that is when you start entering into this world of, let's say marketing or paid advertising or whatever it is, you need to understand that you can achieve your goals provided you spend enough money to get them. So things like marketing budget and marketing spend, you need to spend money on the platform so that you can generate more revenue. Once you generate more revenue, then you need to reinvest some of that revenue into things like fulfillment and team and so on and so forth. Now, that might or might not sound obvious, but one of the biggest constraints we have, well, I won't say constraints even, but maybe observations that we address with businesses right from the early onset is you can have this target, but you need to be able to willing to spend this much money. Now, it's important as well that you understand this. You don't need to have that money saved in a bank somewhere. That money needs to be allocated for as part of your service delivery. And very often that might mean you need to change your pricing if you decide to go down that route. Not always, but very often. Inevitably, what you absolutely do not want to do is be in a scenario where your marketing spend or whatever it might be, addition of marketing spend, is taking away from things like profits. It should never do that. And this is one of the reasons why we love and so actively promote the profit first model. And on that note, I have some training coming out with my Profit First consultant that's going to be in the academy, and we're going to be doing some podcasts on it as well, some more podcasts. We've done some in the past, but it's a very powerful model because allocations means that you always have money available for the things that are important to you. And some of those things could be the obvious ones like paying my staff, paying myself, tax, so on and so forth. But then looking forward, you can really start expanding into other areas like ad spend and like vehicle allowance and all these different things, provided you have the allocations set up. So just keep your ears to the ground on that. I'm going to be doing a lot more content in relation to that, but it is so, so powerful when you know for certain that within your marketing account every month, there is money to spend, which can fuel the growth of your business looking forward. So technology is awesome, but it can also be a huge time waster. So many of you guys, and I get messages all the time about, hey, have you seen this new tool? Are you using this? Are we doing that? Blah, 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 custom agents, all this kind of stuff. Like the purpose of technology is to make your life easier, not to put more things on your plate. And I see so often these business people will just coming to me with these tools and products and things like that, which kind of are bright and shiny and look cool, but like at the end of the day, are they really making a difference? I want to encourage you guys just to do a bit of a technology audit and cut back on the things that you don't really need, because there's just so much noise out there in that space. And truthfully, I don't think a lot of it is that justified. The other thing I would say is stop subscribing to doom and gloom. Now, all the time we have people that say to us things like, oh, look, we're not going to go ahead yet because insert reason. I read in the paper there's going to be a financial crisis coming. There's an election coming up, or there's a blah, 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 or whatever it might be. Guys, I stopped reading the paper and consuming traditional media close to 15 years ago. And ever since then, I've been creating my own economy. And that has been a pretty steady journey for me. Like truthfully, all of the stuff you hear, even through the ins and outs of global crises and pandemics and all this kind of stuff, truthfully, don't subscribe to it. All I'm saying to you is do your own research if you need to, but like just create your own economy, set a strategy, set a game plan, and let it do its thing. That's all you have to worry about. Stop and reflect and appreciate. I think so often like we get so caught up in the running of our business and the doing of the thing that we don't take enough time to sit back and actually appreciate ourselves and what you have been able to achieve, and what things went well, what things didn't go right. And yes, of course, this does kind of tie into the conversation around strategy, but reflection is also a super important part, because like you guys do amazing things out there. And yes, life does get in the way sometimes. It's okay. You can reset, but just stop and take the time so you can really, look back and see, okay, well, this year has been good. These are some good things that have happened. And these are things I can work on to, improve, what didn't pan out in the previous year. Do your research, like I said, don't subscribe to media. And I stick by that, but like still do your research, like read books, listen to podcasts, do things, whatever it might be that can, help you achieve the thing that you're looking to achieve at that point in time. Like I so often get people coming to me and saying, oh, can you recommend any good books right now? And I can recommend millions of good books, but it really depends on what it is you want to learn. If you want to learn about, finance, then, or, accounting or whatever it might be, then there's a certain set of tools that will help you be able to learn these things. But it's very rarely a case of one glove fits all. I suppose most importantly, truth be told, like if you're not taking the time to reflect and you're not taking the time to observe, then there's a good chance that you're not looking after you. And realistically, like you need to understand that everything that happens within your life is essentially a reflection of you being healthy, and both physically healthy, mentally healthy, like whatever that looks like. Like look after yourself. Don't feel guilty about going for a walk or going to the gym in the morning or like going for a surf every now and then. Like, I did a podcast years ago about managing guilt, and like I just see it all the time where people are like, oh, I can't do that because I don't have the time, or I can't do that because, I need to be doing something else. And it's like, just make it work. Like you've got to look after you. You can't just be stuck in the rut all the time. So I guess all in all, like if 2026 is going to be different than 2025, like there are changes that need to be made. And of course, with change, comes resistance. I understand that. But if you can hurdle that, jump through that mindset barrier and actually sort of sell out to yourself, without question, there's a way that you can move closer to your goals. But it's got to start with you making that decision. And I tell you, the best thing that you can do is just sit down with a notepad and draw out where you want to be in 12 months and reverse engineer some milestones to get there. Honestly, it's like such a revolutionary feeling when you can look back and you can go, right, these are the things I have to do to get to this target. It's really, a lot of it is very, very achievable. And truthfully, most of it is achievable in a time frame that's a lot faster than you initially imagined. If you're lacking strategy and you would like one, we do a lot of this at tradiewebguys. It's very much focused around marketing and business development and things like that. Regardless, like the general feedback we get from our impact roadmaps is, this is like a strategy that I've never had before. So that's an excellent start to begin with. But the point is, like from the perspective of somebody that's actually doing the work and from someone that runs a business, if you don't have a strategy, it's essentially a wish and a dream. So, I mean, we work with hundreds and hundreds of trade business, thousands even from over the world over the years. And like, we know that there are systems that absolutely can help you crush it. Does it cost money? Of course it costs money. Does it take work? Yes, it does take work. There's no free rides. Can it be confronting and uncomfortable? Of course. It's change. Change is uncomfortable. Will that get you closer to your goals in 2026? Without question. So anyway, guys, thank you so much again for your support. I'm really looking forward to sharing more amazing content with you in 2026. Like I said, if you haven't yet liked and subscribed our channels, if you haven't followed YouTube, if you haven't liked the podcast, if you haven't left us a review on any of the platforms, please go ahead and do that. It'd mean the world to me, and I would really appreciate that. And I absolutely do appreciate you guys, and I hope this content continuing to deliver for you. And I just wish you all the best over the Christmas New Year period. And we can't wait to rip in 2026. That's a wrap. Hey guys and girls, how would you like all of the value adds left behind from our podcast guest all put together in the one spot? We've pulled every tool together, every template, every resource shared on the show, and we've packed them all into the Tradie Academy. It's free to join and it's built by the team behind the site shed and Tradie Web Guys. Inside, you'll get marketing tips, business tools, and first access to future resources, all in one simple dashboard. Just head across to tradie.wiki/pod. That's tradie.wiki/pod. The link's in the episode description. And once again, you just log in once and then you're all set. And if you want to get notified of upcoming episodes, hit subscribe or follow.